Milan Harris talks to Shaunie Henderson about starting her clothing line business out the trunk of her car.
There she is.
Hi,
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. This is our first live, and as you can see, I had to do it. Do you have a filter? Because I had to do a filter.
No, I don't. I ain't
How
put
to
it
do
on
it?
yet.
Hidden gems.
You
Hidden
look good
gems
though.
question.
I'll
Um,
send it.
I learned. Because listen, I need it.
No, you don't.
How
You
are
good.
you today?
I'm good. How are you? Just trying to get this lighting good.
Get it? Okay.
I'm good.
You
How are
good?
you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. I had to go to your site first and check out your fabulousness. You have some really awesome items, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I gotta send you a package.
Please, I would love that. Let me become a AIG model for. Well, I don't want to take up a bunch of your time, but I wanted to. My husband and I are doing this Maximize Your Business Challenge, and you are absolutely an awesome example of maximizing your business. So I
Thank you.
wanted to ask you a few questions just for the audience so they could, not only be inspired, but just get a little insight on knowledge that you have. So I have some questions for you.
Got
Um, First, tell us about your brand. Let's start there. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
yes. So Milano di Rouge is a unisex lifestyle brand. I started in 2012. So we're about to celebrate our 10-year anniversary. I can't believe it's been 10 years.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Thank you. We're celebrating with a fashion show and a gala in Atlanta, Georgia, November 11th and 12th. So if you guys are on live and want to come, you can attend. But
Yeah.
so I started Milano di Rouge out the trunk of my car. I started with 2 sweatshirts. I wore one and I sold the other one. And I just continued to flip and invest my money into my business and myself, like just personal development as well as professional development. I just constantly invested and continued to grow my brand. So now I don't know if you saw, I had did the rap on BET. I did a little
Yeah.
freestyle and
Yes.
so from 2 sweatshirts, now we're over 60 million in sales in less than 2 years. So constantly reinvested in the brand. That's what worked.
That is amazing. And out of your trunk. That's literally where you started.
Yes.
Where are you
Yep.
from? You're from Philly, right?
Yep, I'm from Philly. I would drive around the tri-state area. I would put up a post on Instagram like, I'm selling shirts. Anybody want to meet me, text me, and they'll text me their sizes. And I would just go to a safe location
Yeah.
and meet them and get them a shirt out the trunk of the car.
Wow. What would be one of your biggest keys to your success?
One of the biggest keys to my success. So in 2015, so I was making money. When I started Milano Di Rouge in 2012, I was making money, but I wasn't seeing it. In
Okay.
2015, I went to go visit my dad in prison. And I told him, I'm like, I'm making money, but I don't see it. So he told me, he was like, explain to me your process. I was like, every time I buy shirts, we sell out. He said,
Mhm.
when you sell out, how long does it take you to get new inventory? I told him it takes about 3 weeks. He said, so in that 3 week time frame, what's happening is you're spending all of the money that you made, and now you don't have no money coming in. So that was a really big pivotal moment for me because he told me the goal is to never sell out. So I was like running in a circle. I was running in a rat race. And once he told me never sell out, that was just like my mission. Like, okay, I'm never selling out. I don't want to put on Instagram that I'm sold out because when I'm sold out, no money is coming in. So I started to double my inventory. And then before it can sell out, I would triple it and then I would quadruple it. And I just constantly reinvested it in the brand and the items that I were purchasing.
Wow. Okay. So the goal was to never sell out of any item.
Yes, unless the item isn't working for you. So if
Got
the
it.
item isn't doing well, you don't want to buy back into it. So what I do is I kind of test and see. We typically have the same items. Is our bread and butter. Like our bread and butter is sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, and socks. So that's our bread and butter. But when we try new things, if it works, then I continue to buy into it. If it don't work, I will figure out new ways to market it send it to different influencers, do different photo shoots in it, and just show people different ways to wear it. And if that really don't pick up sales, I would just put it on sale to try to get rid of it. But the things that really work, I just constantly reinvest in those items.
So, but you know your market and you know your consumer to the point of where you could probably do this in your sleep. Like, you know what to get, like that's going to work, and I know you got to test some things out, but for the most part, I would imagine 10 years, you probably know your customer.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, last question. Why is it important now for people to focus on maximizing their business? What would be your advice on not only maximizing it, but what, like this time that we're in right now in the world, especially for like women of color? We have such great opportunities right now, but what would be your advice for why now and how to maximize your business?
I think it's definitely important to maximize your business right now, because I tell people all the time, this dream that you have, nobody made you want this dream. Nobody told you to start this business. Nobody's forcing this on you, right? So if nobody told you to do this, you should work like you really want it, and putting forth that.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Like you want this. And I tell them all the time too, like the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is the work that you're willing to put in, right? Everybody will say that they want to be successful. If I ask anybody on this live right now what they want to do, somehow, some way, it will equate to some form of success. The difference between successful and unsuccessful people is the work. Like, you going the extra mile. You got to maximize it, because if you don't, who will? And not only should you maximize your business right now, it's how do you use this business as leverage to grow in other areas. So in 2020, when I had my son, I was a millionaire. I had my dream car. I was living in Los Angeles, nice apartment. And I had to think, like, I don't have any ownership. What can I leave him? So from this business, I was able to start acquiring properties and leveraging this asset that I created with Milan to buy other assets. And I'm starting other businesses. So I started the Womenaire Club. I started the Mominaire Club. I invested in a food truck in Los Angeles. So it's different things that I was able to do from this one business. So I'm truly maximizing my opportunities, and I want other people to do the same thing.
Yeah, it's about, and that generational wealth is something I was just on a Zoom this morning talking about that, like how we as a people have to teach each other how to start generational wealth. Because even like for me, my parents didn't leave me anything or didn't teach me, and it's because they didn't know, right? So they didn't know to start my credit for me and teach me in that space. So teaching our people now how to do exactly what you're talking about, buy property, invest in things so that you leave your son with something. And that's the same thing with me. I try to start establishing my kids' credit early before they, adults, and just learning those key things to maximize the space that you're in and the business that you're in. And you're so right. Like, this company can start 10 others if you do it right. And if you work in, it's like my husband and I were talking about yesterday, we have a team, but we will not be outworked. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to work. I'm not going to be out. Talking to you and women, and even just business owners in general like you, is such inspiration. It just, sometimes we can get tired and just be like, oh, this is a lot. But the adrenaline and the feeling that you get from success is addicting, to where you just want going, and it's like, oh wait, I did this, I can do the next thing. So you are such an inspiration, and I just wanted to take about 10 minutes of your time and let you inspire this audience, and just inspire people to maximize their business, maximize their opportunities, and just be better.
Yes, thank you so much. I definitely appreciate it.
Of course, I'm a DM you so we can exchange our information.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you have a great one.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to 9 Mag TV.